It's been pretty crazy. A lot of construction work. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to unclog a drain that one of my tenants clogged up totally. So I removed the pipe. I'm going to show you that right here.
It's just a static electricity. It's us moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need.
Alright, so this is the situation I'm in. It doesn't go down. So this is clean. Before it was all that color or much darker. Oh no, it's leaking. Oh Lord. Okay, so I gotta. But I took this U-pipe off. It wasn't that, and I ended up taking this whole plumbing piece off. And then where the drain is, I started shooting water at it. Didn't come out, and then I shot a pressure hose at it. It didn't come out. So now I'm gonna go and buy a snake. And then hopefully that will work. If not, then I have to go down and redo the piping. But guys, this place is for rent. It's a 1-bedroom, beautifully furnished. Not furnished, it's not furnished. Yeah, but this is one of my rentals. So yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, that's the pressure washer I was using. And I couldn't get it out. I was trying to push it out, but it's just totally clogged. So I removed all that, and it was nowhere near, you know, where the U-bend is. So now I have to go and buy a snake. So this is one of those things that just, you know, if you're, you know, a landlord, you just gotta go through, guys. Gotta go through. So here we go. Let's go unclog some drainage. Now the smart thing to do here is just hire a plumber. Let him take care of all the work. But here's the thing: is that this property is something that you know I did everything on. I did the flooring on. I don't know if you saw a couple of videos back where I did the hardwood flooring or laminate flooring, and it's just not worth getting a plumber, and especially because if I could fix it, I'll do it. And the thing is, I know the plumbing in this house better than anyone else because I was the one that put it in. I put all new copper lines, all new sewage lines, everything in that house, plumbing wise, I redid. So it's not that difficult for me to just try to fix it. I am though gonna hire a helper because if I can't get the snake to kind of unclog that area, then I will need a helper because I have to go down and I have to cut the pipes, get a new pipe, get a fitting, and then weld it together again, which is not a big deal. It's not a big deal, guys. It's not. If you guys know your way around, if it's your first time with this, like if it's your home and you can't unclog it, well, I mean, try it up to the snake. That's what I recommend. What I'm doing right now, I'm going to Home Depot. I'm gonna buy some parts. Home Depot is like, I'm like their frequent customer. Should be a VIP there. Yeah, Home Depot. Get a snake and try to unclog your own plumbing. If you can't unclog it with the snake, that's when you should call a plumber, because after that requires kind of the know-how. But if not, if you're a handy person, why not just watch YouTube videos and see how it's done? Like I said, if the snake doesn't fix this problem, then I'm gonna go ahead and do all the plumbing, and I will put it on the video, guys. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully the snake will work and I'll just be done with it. But if not, hey, there's another how-to there, huh? So here we go. We got the little throw my jigger. So alright guys, we got the snake here, and hopefully this will solve the problem. Alright guys, so this is my 3rd time snaking it. The first 2 times I didn't go deep enough. So this time I'm going all the way, or 25 feet, or as much as this thing will let me go. And it is pretty tiring. I mean, like, you're gonna be worn out. You can tell I'm sweating all over the place. And let me show you kind of the space I'm working with here. So if you look over there, that's where I started snaking it. I'm about 22 feet, 23 feet, and I only have 2 feet left on the spool. So I'm pretty much there. I did run into the clog in the middle, and I pushed through it. So hopefully it is unclogged now. This is gonna be my last attempt. If this doesn't work, I went in all the way with this, then I am going to go under the home and redo the pipes. But yeah, I need a break. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fish this in the rest of 2 feet, which is gonna be pretty quick. I'm gonna leave it there, and then I'm gonna take a little break, pull it out, see if everything works. Hopefully it fixes it. This is the last thing I'm gonna do for the day. So Houston, we have a failure. It does not work. That about 10 times the amount of that came out. So that is what's clogging the pipes. Put everything back together after I drilled it through all the way about 25 feet in, and it's clogged still. But man, what a day, what a day. So yeah, this is kind of what you have to go through when you have rental property and you're renting out. Just know that tenants will not usually give a shit about what your stuff is. They don't care. They just whatever's most comfortable to them. Again, kitty litter down a sink. Come on, I mean that's common sense, right? Kitty litter, once it gets contact with anything wet, it just balls up. So that's what it is. I mean, am I gonna go after her? No, probably not, because I know she doesn't have money. The whole point of her moving out of here is because she didn't have money, and she already used up all of her security deposit. So I'm not gonna really go after her. I'm gonna take the hit on this one. You win some, you lose some. You know, like the tenant before that one was he was an international student, and he was on the ball. Like no problems with him. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I need to get this place out on the market quickly. It is kind of important. Alright guys, so it's another day. Yeah, apparently I have to go down and redo the piping. So I always pick the path of the easiest method before I go on to more difficult. So if you guys are having the same problem, make sure you check the trap, the little U under the sink. If that doesn't fix it, then try to snake out the line. If that doesn't fix it, then finally we're at pretty much the last 2 steps. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the pipe and see if I could take out, because I know what's in there now. I know it's all kitty litter. So I'm gonna try to drain it out. I'm gonna try to fish it out. So cut the pipe where the main goes, where it goes into the main, and just try to dig as much of it out, and hopefully I can clear it up. And if that finally doesn't work, then the last step is to just replace the whole line, the whole sewage line. So those are the last 2. I'm at the last 2 steps, guys. Again, never throw away kitty litter in the sink. I'm pretty sure this is common sense to most of you, but apparently not, because one of my tenants, or ex-tenants I guess, put kitty litter in the freaking sink, and a whole bunch of it too. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna crawl under the crawl space. Luckily it's kind of big, but I'm 6'5", guys. I'm a big person. So getting into those small spots is kind of, it's a pain in the butt. And the last time someone went down there, they got bit by a spider, and it just swole up and everything. So if I get bit by a spider, whatever, I'm not too worried about it. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Again, the other great option is to always call a plumber. Alright. But if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you're a pretty good DIYer yourself. So you are probably going to try to do it yourself. So let's get the first step here. The first step from now on is to go down, see where the plumbing goes, how it looks like, the layout. And then once you figure out where you want to cut, hopefully I don't have to cut. Hopefully I could just undo some of it, but I'm pretty sure I have to cut. When you find out where you have to cut it. And then if you can, just put a coupler on there. You might want to cut another about 1/4 inch off there. And then you could put in a coupler so that basically you don't have to replace the whole pipe if that fixes it. If not, then you have to replace the whole piping, which means that I'm going to have to probably cut out like a 2 foot by 2 foot hole in the wall, and then put new drywall in there once I'm finished. So that's the last. If it goes that far, then it goes that far. But I will find a solution for it probably by today. Again, this is taking way too long. I thought it was going to be a quick 10-minute in and out, but it's turning into a bigger project. Alright guys, so I'm under the house. Here's the plumbing for it. I might have gotten super lucky and found the pipe, the 2.5 inch, going into the 3 inch or 4 inch. I'm going to try to open it up from here and see if I can fish it out. If I can't, then I do have to go way deeper inside and see where the problem is. But I might have gotten lucky because I'm only like about 7 feet into the house. So again, my place is lifted quite a bit, so it is a lot easier to work on. I know on the other house that I used to have, I had to crawl, at least over here, like crawl on my stomach. At least over here, it's there's about 3 feet clearance, so I could like crawl like a baby in here. And again, I'm a very big person, so let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So if you look here, this is the pipe I'm probably gonna open up and see. This pipe goes all the way down out there. Now this could be a vent pipe, but I'm thinking it's a drain pipe. The shower for the 1-bedroom, this is the drain pipe for it, the sewage pipe for it there. This, I believe, is the sewage pipe for the kitchen. So if anything, if it's clogged in here, then that's not bad. I could go ahead and see what I could do, but it does go all the way out through there. And then, like I said, I do have a pretty big clearance, so I could crawl over there. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. So it doesn't look like it's clogged from here. Went in and popped it off. Looks like I have to crawl in a lot more. Let's go and look down this pipe here and see exactly. Yeah, it's really clean. So the clog is coming from somewhere else. What a pain, what a pain. Alright guys, so we're pretty much deep into it. This is the total other end. So I'm thinking it's this line, but it might not be. This might just be an exhaust line because it's actually leaving out of the home. So I'm not sure if this is the line. Well, this is both good and bad news. The good news is that I found the line. Bad news is the clog is somewhere between this freaking whole pipe all the way down to there. Another good news is that this pipe is relatively easy to replace. All I probably need is a couple feet of PVC and a little PVC welder glue. So update, this pipe is clean. So the clog is happening somewhere in this pipe from here to there where I first took it out. So I'm not sure if it's good news or bad news, but a lot of water came out, and in this pipe a lot of sewage came out, like really gunky sewage. I got some on the side of this wall. I'm probably gonna spray it off. I gotta do something with this. I can't leave this like this. That just looks nasty. So I'm probably gonna get a pressure washer and spray this kinda. It'll dry clean, hopefully. Man, yeah, so good news and bad news, I guess. Hopefully I could just shoot some pressurized water into this pipe and clean it out, and then it'll start working. If not, then I have to replace this whole sewage pipe coming from here all the way around there, bend it to the corner, and then take it out of the main. Our main is right there. So yeah, I guess for the most part we kind of troubleshooted. So this is basically the last step, guys. If you're here, what you want to do is locate the area of wherever your problem is. And how you could do this is if you follow the hot and cold water lines up here, the copper lines. Yours might not be copper, it might be iron pipes, but whatever it is, I know this because I installed these. If you follow these two lines, say wherever your trouble problem is, if there's a hot water and a cold water, then there should be two lines like this. Follow it out. There's always going to be hot water, cold water, and a drain, no matter where you go. For sinks, anywhere there's hot water. For sewage, usually it's going to be a gigantic sewage line, so they all connect at the end. Alright, so I got a friend with me. I'm gonna shoot the water in from this end, and he's gonna take it from that end and make sure he's pointed out towards the bucket area, and hopefully it doesn't splash back towards me. But even if it does, I'm gonna put a bucket, or at least I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bucket like that, and then we'll see.
No, if you do it like that, then it's not gonna hit the bucket on this side.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Hopefully this thing will create a tight enough seal. Talk about Mickey Mousing this. Now the right way to do it, guys, is to see that center ink, the elbow right there. You're supposed to take that apart, and you're supposed to flesh this out in pieces, but I'm just lazy. So, well, here we go. I think we found the culprit. Let me go ahead and dump this out, and then I'll show you. And then we're gonna flush it like 2-3 more times, and we'll put all the back together, and hopefully everything works out. So that was our culprit. It's like kitty litter, and everything just clumped together. Alright guys, so we got the chunk out, but this is exactly what I did, and we're gonna flush it a few times. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put pressure in here and make sure I try to create as tight of a seal as I can, like that. And then what I do is I just push hard and I trigger it. And we let this go for like a good minute. So the final steps. This is do or die. My flash man. Please let this work.
I'm pretty sure it will. Unless it's clogged down. That one?
It's not, that's the main. I replaced that not too long ago, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know what this lady did.
Stop jinxing it, man. Stop jinxing it. Stop jinxing it. And that is how you unclog a clogged drain from a tenant that really doesn't give a care, doesn't give a 2 cents about the place. Whew.